Thank you for coming tonight. I came here last year and had a couple glasses of wine, and some of my high students, talked me into showing up and signing up myself. If the title of this presentation sounds more like a line from a strange poem, My Interest in Cat Stella, that's because it could very well be. This is me, and this is Stella. It's not easy making a living as a poet, especially when you have a very important cat. Stella and I met a few months after I moved to Chicago from Iowa City, where I was finishing my MFA. After almost 10 years in Chicago, we moved to Lakeland. It wasn't easy to adjust at first, but we made it work, especially once Stella realized that there were lizards here and lots of sunshine. She has taken very well to the retired life and is currently pursuing a black belt in napping. But enough about Stella. I write lots of poems. This is called Virgil Moon. I'm willing to bet that greasy 20 stuck to the bottom of your empty file cabinet, it's never me you think of when you try to shoot yourself onto the ceilings of your apartment. Your thoughts lie somewhere in the sink you call your Amazon basin, soapy home to blue Julies and banded Lisas and frozen Charlottes, their spiny tongues making short work of crumpled toothpaste tubes and tiny spoons, and the questionable ghost of your mother's lover who kicked your dog across state lines, showing little more remorse than a teenage shoplifter. Last night I dreamt you took out the trash, flipped beautiful lean burgers on an outdoor grill. I can see you talking to the plumber, convincing him to lose himself down the slimmest of pipes in search of what we've discarded and still cannot move past. Without you, I dream of blood in my stomach, my breath shrinking when jewelry salesmen beckon enormous topazes in my direction, and I am always tempted to move towards that city which has yet to discover neon. The lime's light and this glass so heavy. Pretending we have been pensive, all bets are often decided by the sea star, stomach flowing out its mouth straight to the point that food, nothing gets wasted. A neck in the creek, a tiny piece of skin determined not to let you love it or ever be able to give it up. Watch out for this supermouth skull cap of bald. You don't have to adjust your ill-fitting pants to know everyone's looking down and there's everything you could do about it and won't. The gum I pull from well-tractioned heels clings like a cinnamon-scented animal who knows what it doesn't know yet is worse than being stepped on. I'm sorry for still thinking of you, for wanting to clip your nails with left-handed scissors for no reason other than to be difficult, to repeat an old man's mantra in your ugly ears while you pretend not to be asleep. Virgil Moon is willing to see my bet and raise us both, straighten our legs and get our minds out of the soap dish, but the line at his window is too long. Tell me something dreamy and hopeful, why Virgil Moon's hair is in such disarray, why his face has fallen so. If there is a reason to clean the sink, I should be notified. Virgil Moon, with your thick face, grab me by my ankles and make a wish. Play my heart like a terrible hot fiddle, replace me with catgut, and see what I'll look like come Monday morning. Virgil Moon, you are over the top and smell like canned beans. Virgil Moon with the top down, making his travel plans to the museum and to the beach. Virgil Moon takes back the ring, spits me out sideways, somewhere near a track where dogs are supposed to race, and places your bets against me. I will disappoint. Phew. That wasn't the whole thing, but you get the idea. So what is in this for you? How about some tips? A lot of people ask me how to get started and for general kinds of advice about writing and being a creative writer. Stella has never asked me any of these questions. Don't just be a writer in your head. Make it happen. Go to poetry-themed events. Read your own work any chance you get. Pay your friends to show up and look interested. Pay them with amusing poems about their cats, all of whom Stella would surely hate. Don't tell Stella. The next thing that you should do as a writer is publish a book. Stella chose the title and thought that it was an interesting metaphor about life. She also designed the cover. This book was published in 2012 by 42 Miles Press, which is part of Indiana University South Bend. When you run out of ideas, just hold on. Hold a baby. Hold a cat. Hold a cat. Hold an umbrella shaped like a panda. Oh, hold a dog. Hold an umbrella shaped like a panda. Hold someone else's book. Make sure you know what's going on in the world around you. This is a great resource. It's called Poets and Writers Magazine. It has a database that you can access online, and you can connect with other writers, find places to publish, edit your work, study creative writing, and learn about the journeys of other writers whose work will inspire you. One question people ask is, what can I do to make a living? This was understandably of major concern to Stella. I have been an English professor at Florida Southern College, hopefully still after tonight, since 2008, and I think I have the best job ever, amazing coworkers, and access to the young minds of the future. Another important tip is to find friends who don't suck. This is a photo of two, and right now I'd really like to thank Colby and Kristen and Adara and Lisa and all my students for coming and for help in executing this presentation. It's possible also that Stella might be somewhat grateful. In all seriousness, community is really important. You may find a cohort in school, but you can also create one of your own. You should meet together and eat lots of cake. Drink lemonade. Imitate famous poets like Byron from days of yore. A community of writers is really key. And in closing, remember always that people and cats will judge you for the terrible decision that you have made to follow your own dreams. Keep a sense of humor about it, write a lot, and make sure you have an interest in cat. Thank you.